So welcome to another video in the Love Your Neighbor series. That's what it's kind of turning into. Didn't mean to do that, but now it's gonna do that, and that's okay, because we need to love our neighbor and we need to hear about this. So Matthew 22, I can't point. Matthew 22 verses 34 to 40. So let's begin. But when the Pharisees heard that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together. Then one of them, a lawyer, asked him a question, testing him and saying, "Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law?" Because they were following the Mosaic law, if you want to, and they kind of had their own. But if you want to look at what the Mosaic law is, you can look in the first couple books of the Bible. The 10 Commandments were part of the law, and lots of other things that we don't do today. So which of the commandments is the greatest in the law? That's what they're asking. And Jesus says, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and the great commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets." So this verse, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart," that's from the law. Deuteronomy 6:5 is where Jesus is quoting. And that's what the law was based upon, was loving God with all your being, heart, soul, mind, and loving your neighbor as yourself. So that's where I'm coming into, is we fulfilled Jesus fulfilled the law, but the law was loving your neighbor. Those laws were not meant to be burdensome. It was meant to make us love each other. And that's what we should be doing today, is loving our neighbors as ourselves. You know, people today, they have to make sure that everything is perfect. Do I look good? Oh, how's my hair? Oh, is my mustache okay? Oh, I have the perfect glasses. Okay, let's go. You're loving yourself. Oh, I look good. I love myself. I look good. I'm ready to go. I hope they don't talk badly about me. So why don't you stop doing that? Because that's a lot of like self-pride and whatnot, and it's stupid. And go out there and love your neighbor as if you want to be treated that way. Love the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated, which is in the book. It's in the Gospel of Luke. Jesus preaches that. So, you should love your neighbor as yourself. That is hard sometimes because, like I've said before, you just want to take them by the throat and, oh! But then you have to think, whoa, Jesus loves them. I love Jesus. Jesus loves them. And I'm going to love my neighbor as myself. I'm going to love them because Jesus loved them. And Jesus called me to love them because I'm going to love them. That's a big mouthful. So say it a couple times every day. I'm going to love them because Jesus loves them, so I'm going to love them. I'm going to love my neighbor as myself. Well, first I'm going to love the Lord with all my heart, all my soul, all my strength. Then I'm going to love neighbor as myself. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. Yeah, in today's society, this is a very hard concept to realize that we need to be loving our neighbors. Because our neighbor, they're jerks to us. Our people that we work with every day and we see every day, they're jerks. And we don't want to do anything for them. So, and we just they'll get what they deserve. But Jesus loves them just as much as he loves us. He's the good he's the good shepherd, and he wants to lead all his flock home. And how is he going to lead his flock home if we're not doing something to tell them? How much love is in your heart? Because as Christians, God gives us those desires to love people. God gives us the love in our heart to love others and to love him. That's what I believe, is that he places that into our heart. Because before we had that hatred. And you know, Satan still tries to get into our heart. But we just have to push it away and say, no, I love them, I love them, I love them. Because when we love But Lord, when we love God with all our heart and with all our soul and with all our mind, we just love Him that much. We're probably going to go out and we're just going to love people so much. We have so much compassion on them.